Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today for my Facebook Live. And I'll be creating a card using some scrap cardstock and some designer series paper. So if you want to join me, you're welcome to bring some whatever scraps you've got. And all you need is a card front size and some designer series paper. But it's definitely a fun technique to try. It's something that I've heard about and I just recently tried it. And I probably put it aside thinking it was so hard, and it is not. It is so easy, and I just had to try it with you. So thanks for joining me, and if you're joining me, please say hi and chat with me throughout the live and even on replay, or if you're watching on YouTube, um, please have a chat with me. I love to talk with you and share inspiration with you. So you're with Rochelle at Stamping Flair. I'm based in Melbourne, Australia, and I love sharing creative inspiration with you using Stamping Up products. And I do like to elevate my projects with lots of layers, and that's what and lots of texture. So today, although simple, we'll be adding a bit of stamping, and I'll be sharing some extra bits and pieces and tips for you. Just going to check that this is fine. Please let me know if there's any issues with audio, or if you're having trouble doing the stream, let me know. Yesterday, I was doing a Zoom presentation, and I had probably gone in 20 minutes into this, and it was sort of an update for my team, and someone joined in and goes, "Michelle, we cannot hear a word you're saying." And I was obviously just miming, so I redid the whole thing. So I would hate for that to happen. Hi, Krista, lovely to see you. So it's funny how technology, sometimes you think you're fine and you go through a whole spiel and then nothing. So it was okay. It was good practice for me to repeat myself. So I hope you enjoy what I'm sharing with you today. And let's turn the camera around. I'll have some extra samples as well, so I will share with you as we go along. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, back onto my... Right, so today, what I've got is a piece of this pretty Christmas designer series paper. You can use whatever designer series paper you want. There's several ways you can do this, but this is what I've chosen. So I've got a 9.5 by 13.8 centimeter piece of designer series paper, and I am going to layer it on a mat of 10.5 by 14.3. So basically my strips I'll be using, this is all dollar, I'll be using my scrappy strip in this. You can directly add this to a card base. I am adding a matte layer in between. It's up to you. I will show you a couple of ways I have done this. For this purpose, I'm adding a matte layer. If I have got a green garden green card base, so this is what I plan to do. But if you wanted to, you could go directly. In this case, if you were going like that, I would go with the card base color as your strips. So the strips I have cut, and you don't have to do it at this width. These are 1 centimeter strips. Okay, you can of course you use whatever size you've got. Sometimes you will have maybe 1.2 or something, bits and pieces. Just you use that. The other thing I have die cut a square. from the shape size. So something to fit. So depending on your size of cardstock, it's going to sit in a diagonal way um, on this piece of designer series paper. I'm going to stamp the sentiments first because I want to get that done, and it's going to get stamped on this. And as we go along, you will see there's ways to do this, and I've brought out the Christmas Classics stamp set. This guy might be a little bit too big. I had some fun and I made some different Christmas, non-Christmas. Maybe this might work. Tidings of comfort and joy. So, just use your piercing mat before, if you're using a photopolymer stamp set, it will give you a better image. So when you stamp for this particular design, just remember that it's going to be diagonal or in a diamond shape. And so I'm just going straight in there. I think it fit in quite nicely in that spot. So now, because this is just the first time I'm sharing with you, I thought I'll just do this straight. I'm just going to glue this straight on. I have done some other options here, and you will see it when I share with you. But for this purpose, I'm going to glue it straight on. And I'm going about like a 1/3 way down. So the technique we are doing, it's called the fractured card technique, and it is a pretty cool looking technique. It looks harder than it is. So you take your strip. This is a 1 centimeter old olive strip. If you want to do red or whatever your base is, it doesn't matter. I'm starting at a point where that square commences, and it's going to go right to the end. So just give it a bit of a bend so you know where to put your glue. And we'll just glue that down. And it's basically an illusion it's creating that you've gone through all this trouble, but it's quite easy. Right, so that's your first piece done. Your next one's gonna sit. I'm gonna just trim that because you can see I've die cut something out of that. So it's going to sit against that corner and butt against that. So just make sure it's nicely glued. And just the fold lets you know how much glue to put on, how far down that strip. You can see how much fun you're going to have with this. Have you tried this technique before? You may have tried this technique before. So we're just going around. I'm just going clockwise or whatever direction you choose. So then again, we're just meeting up in that corner. So basically, it was like 2 lengths of A4 I had ready. I won't need the whole length of these strips, but just so I had it Ready. And now the last bit. And we'll stick that down. And that is the fractured card technique. That is basically all there is to it. Right? So now that's all. So what it looks like, you have patchwork different pieces together. It looks harder than what that process was. It didn't take long at all. So um, oh, that's the main part of it. But now I'm going to layer it. And what I like to do, so ideally you want to layer that onto a piece of cardstock that is of the same color as the strips, because when you do that, it will have that seamless look. Let me just get that banner off for you. I'm sorry, I meant to take that off. And okay, that's better. You like that idea, Krista? That's just it's just so simple, because you're gonna cut, when you cut your designer series paper, I normally cut like one lot, especially if it's 12 by 12. I'll cut it down to basic card mats ready to go, one sheet. So one sheet I'll leave in full. So now as you apply that, you can see that it has that seamless look, and where it looks like you have actually inlaid those pieces, which in fact you haven't. I'm going to layer this onto my garden green card base. And really, your designer series paper does all the work. And I know we all have lots of designer series paper as well. So it's a great way to use up your DSP. Now, I'm not going to leave this card as is. So let's get to some stamping. I have got the Trucking Along bundle, which is this it's not in a catalog, it's in our online exclusives area of the store. And that's it. I have mounted it ready to go. We're going to stamp the truck in Tuxedo Black. I'll show you a class that I have got. You're going to get a sneak peek of my class in the mail, which features this Trucking Along bundle. That class closes on the 4th of November. The class cost is $50, and you will get half a pack of designer series paper, a full pack of embellishments, the PDF tutorial. I have designed 4 cards for you, and you can just get to creating all your die cuts are included, all your cutting. I don't cut the designer series paper, but all the preparation has been done. You get your envelopes and everything, and that's $50 mailed out Australia wide. So I'm sorry if I'm getting in the way. I'm just trying to line this up. And I still may be out, just I wasn't right over it. Yep. Okay, so let me do it again. It's just I need to get my head right over it. So let's try that. It looks good anyway. I'm just going to pull back, guys, and while I do this. Either way, I'm going to cover you either with my head or with that's going to go and is I could cover it in. And then I've got my gray, which is that basic gray. It's not going to do too much. Tip when you're stamping like this, you have to get right over it. It's just very hard. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Turn it over, turn it over, because I've got, and I will block your view again. Real life struggles. It's a pretty easy one to line up. I'm going to mount this. I think I might have done what I always say don't do. I mounted the stamp onto the block without picking it up. I think I will try again. Apologies, I'm off the grid here. So I'm pulling it closer to me. Yeah, that's good. And wheels, basic gray. And it does have those white bits around it, which is normal for that. And punch. So this guy is pretty easy. You can do your 3D look by let's punch it out. The real red, I think, because it was with that designer series makeup. I will show you those cards. I'm sure I always say I'll show you the cards, and I always get off my live, and then I forgot to show you the cards. All right, so I think I'll just. Oh, that looks really cute, doesn't it? Just there. That goes really well with the. Who has this truck? Have you got the truck yet? It's so cute. And my little stuff up on the back. I was tossing up whether to put presents on it, but I think that kind of sits in there nicely. So I might leave it because the others the presents stick like that, but just that sits really nicely. Now we'll put a ribbon on. Which ribbon do we go? You can see I wasn't sure which. Maybe we'll go with that one. I haven't used that much. Just when you turn this over, when you tie this ribbon, you just got to twist it here, just so your little tails are the same on both sides. You have the stamp set, but not the punch, Krista. Yeah, you could. I guess you can fussy cut it. I. this one there. Might be, I don't know what the bows up the top, but it kind of works. Now, for the inside of the card, what I have done is I have got a piece of old olive cardstock. So, and I've got basic white, so it matches the front of the card. And let's get some designer series paper just as a bit of a strip here, which I have right here. And I just like to put a little bit of a strip at the bottom, which I think would be nice. So relatively quick card. When you and you didn't even have to stamp that crack if you don't want to. You can just put the sentiment and finish it off. But I have a couple more examples to show you, so just bear with me while we finish this off, and I'll show you what I've done. There's always different ways to do something, right? And I like to have the continuity with the inside of the card. Now, right now we've got a starter kit offer as well. So if you have a bit of a wish list, and it doesn't have to be a big wish list, if it's anything around $100, there's a good starter kit offer, which I want to let you know about. This finishes on the 31st of October. So you've got another 6 days, which you can get this offer. So for $109.85, you can pick $235 of product, or for $169, you can get $317.25 of product. And you also get automatic registration for our online event on November the 11th. That's $123 value. It's definitely an opportunity for you to experience something with Stamping Up, and be part of the fun of an event. You can experience an event. You can try the kit and keep the contents, and you don't have, it's obligation free, so you don't have to do anything till April. And at that time, if you want to keep going, you purchase a certain amount of products, and if you don't want to, that's fine. You just continue being a customer, so go back to being a customer. So you get a fair whack of time to try it as well. So that's 6 months for where you'll get to see a new catalog in November, which is always a lot of fun. We get to see it early, January catalog. So there'll be an extra product we can order and stuff like that. So it's worth thinking about. We've got 6 days to think about it, and my team's Gifted Stars team. We have a lovely group of ladies, of course, open to men as well. But we're crafters, and that's the main thing. We want to craft, and we want to share our hobby. There are those who want to run a business and those who don't. So no issues there. That's what we've done, and I love the simplicity of that card. You can add something, and we will. Maybe some gold. This is the festive pearls. You get 4 colors in there. And the gold will work in with our ribbon. Mm. Of course, if you have any questions, get in touch with me. Don't like or concerns and if you like it and you're just not sure about it, get in touch with me. I will help you and we can look through them. All right, so that's our card. Now let me show you some other options I had with it, which I did. So I did one with a very cute sweet. So this one, the strips, I tried it with like 1.5 centimeter strips, just a bit wider. And I cut 3 of these. So I layered 3 squares, one on top of the other to give it height and popped it up a bit instead of dimensionals because I wanted it to sit flush against the strips. So that's a very cute one. Then I did a non-Christmassy one with the garden wallpaper. Let me know what you are loving or what you usually have a favorite. So this one was the Poppy Parade cardstock. I plastic cut that flower from the designer series paper and I actually used the designer series paper on the inside. So the reverse of this, that center. The sentiment I stamped on basic white and that has been colored with stamping blends. You can see that a bit closer. I've just used petal pink and a bit of Poppy Parade to create an ombre effect on that sentiment. So that is that option. And then I use some of the bits and pieces to decorate the inside of that card. Again, I created the same front, the layers. So this one has the layers like the one we just did. This one does not have the layers. I just did the designer series paper straight on the balmy blue card base. What do you like in that one? Let me know those 2 cards. What's your favorite? Is there anything that you like there? Now let me show you our class in the mail for this month. It closes on the 4th of November. And I just sometimes have them at different times of the month, so it carries over. It features the Tracking Along bundle. And they're not all Christmas cards, and they're inked and tile designer series paper, which you will get half a pack of in your class. We've got any extra designer series paper like that, I will give you that. And you'll get all your pieces to stamp on. You'll get all your embossed panels and things like that. There are other products you will need. You can substitute. You can, if you wanted to create them as per my cards, you will need those products, which I've listed on my blog. So there is some of the cards. The PDF tutorial is available worldwide. So that's available for $16. The card kit is $50 Australia-wide. And I teach you techniques in this class and just some tips for you to create them. So that's the Tracking Along class in the mail this month. So let's talk about these ones. And this is the one we made today. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I've really had fun sharing this, the fractured technique with you, and I hope you have enjoyed that too. And if you do give this cards a try or the technique a try, I'd love to see what you create and share it with me or tag me at Stamping Flair. I'd love to see what you make. Thank you, Krista. I'm glad you liked it. And I appreciate your time tonight for sharing it with me. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, where I'll be doing my 12 weeks of Christmas series. We're up to session number 5. Today is 2 months to Christmas. but we're getting there, and I'll have something fun to share with you then. That's at 7:30 Saturday night. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Bye bye.